Hey eBay friends, it's Suzanne A. Wells. Thank you for coming back for another video. And in this video, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why you should be offering returns. I see this question on my Facebook group pretty much every day, and this video is geared toward newer sellers. So if you aren't understanding the reasons you need to have returns on your listings, this will answer your questions. So, first of all, it's just good customer service. Pretty much everywhere you go, there is a return policy. You can return things if they don't work out right. So, from a competitive standpoint, when you don't offer returns, you're going to be losing customers because some people do look for that. If you're already an established seller and you're having problems with returns, you have a high return rate, it may be what you're selling or the way you're selling. Maybe you're not giving enough information, not putting measurements, not explaining the product well enough, because you really shouldn't have a high rate of return. Okay, so number 1 is it's just good customer service. Number 2 is for search engine optimization. Cassini, which is the eBay search engine, has this entire cocktail, if you will, of reasons that you place high or place low in search. It's an algorithm, and there are many, many factors that we don't even know, but eBay has told us some of them. And one of them is if you offer a 30-day or longer return policy, you will be pushed up in search. So again, from a competitive standpoint, you're going to be pushed higher than your eBay competitors who don't offer returns. Also, if you have a lower than 30-day return policy, 14 days or 7 or no return policy at all, you're pushed down. So there is a penalty basically if you don't have 30-day returns on your listings. And it doesn't even matter if what you're selling is something that you would think would be returned, like collectibles, for example. Most collectible stamps and coins and ceramics and those types of things aren't going to get returned anyway. But by putting this policy on your listing, you're helping your SEO to get higher in search and for more buyers to see your listing, which is the objective. Because if you're pushed down and you're on page 13 of search results, no one's going to see your item and it's not going to sell. So, number 3 is returns increase your sales because buyers looking at listings that don't have a return policy may not want to buy from you. Remember, these are strangers who don't know you. The only thing between you and them is a computer screen. And you've got to do whatever you can to build their trust so they will give you their money. Are you going to buy something from someone you've never met, never will meet on the internet, sight unseen, with no return policy? I wouldn't. And most other people wouldn't either. So you've got to get into the head of your buyer, get out of your own head. A lot of us say, oh, when I sell something, I want to keep the money. I don't want it to be returned. Well, unfortunately, that's just part of this business. You're going to have to deal with returns. And, it's just like retail. It's just part of the business. So suck it up, and that's what you got to do. Okay, and so number 4 is most items don't get returned anyway. I do sell mostly clothing and shoes, and those are probably the highest returned categories of all things I've ever sold. I mean, I've sold a lot of different things: electronics, vintage items, kitchen items, baby items, and the returns I do get, which are not very many, do come from clothing and shoe categories. But I can't tell you how many times I've been messaged by a buyer that they don't like the item, the color's not right, it doesn't fit their child or their husband or whoever they bought it for, they need to return it, and they never follow through. And it's just like when you have something to return to Walmart or Target or wherever, and you have every intention of returning it, you throw the bag in your car, 6 months later you find it because you forgot to return it. So that happens a lot on eBay too. Um, so you're really not going to get a lot of returns anyway. So having this policy isn't going to hurt you. It's only going to help you. You have far more to gain than you have to lose by having a 30-day return policy on your listings. So if you're looking to increase your sales and you have no return policy or a less than 30 days, my best advice to you is after watching this video, go change all of those using the bulk editor, add 30 days or longer, and just see what happens. Um, it really can't do anything but help your business, and really you accept returns whether you like it or not under the eBay guarantee, because if the item is not as described, eBay will override whatever policy you have to make that customer happy. So you pretty much have it on there anyway. But there's really no fear in doing this. You're not going to start getting a whole bunch of returns. Also, with 30 days, there's no sense of urgency. With 60 days, there's no sense of urgency. When customers get something that has, a 7-day return policy, they're going to jump on that and return it within that 7 days to get their money back. But when you have that longer time frame, it's just human nature to put things off and wait. So the 30-day time frame says to the buyer, hey, we'll work with you. Sure, send it back whenever. We're here within that 30 days, no problem. And most of them don't act. I've even had buyers that open the return through the eBay portal and they never ship it. So again, I get very few returns, even selling clothing. And you know what? Here's bonus tip number 5. So what if it gets returned? You just sell it again. You just go into that listing, hit relist, sell it again, no problem. So returns are nothing to be afraid of. If you don't have them on your listings, please go do that now and at least try it and see what happens. But for the most part, it's only going to help your sales. It's going to get you higher in search. You're going to come across to your customers as more trustworthy and more accommodating. And that's the way you've got to run an online business. So if you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear that. Put it in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Have a great day on eBay. Bye.